What's up, world? It's Omega. We're back for some more Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth unboxing. Now, I got a little excited earlier today at Oblivion Games here in Tampa Bay, Florida. I picked up a couple Jumpstart boosters. So I opened these. I actually opened the collector booster sample pack, and I did crack the Riders of Rohan commander deck of blue, red, and white. Now this is all stuff we're familiar with, nothing big. It's here April 2025, but it's something new to the channel and something that I get to enjoy and share with everybody that maybe hasn't enjoyed it yet from this cool, awesome set. So I am collecting the cards. That's why I'm making these videos. And that's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm collecting them to enjoy it and to have fun and to share. If I have doubles or triples, I am trying to get credit and to say flip the cards for money to get other cards of Lord of the Rings that I need, but not to necessarily make money. So that is my goal here. All right, so I did open the box. They give you, the nice courtesy extra box with Éowyn and Aragorn on the cover. It's super cool. And so the commander of this set here is Éowyn, Shield Maiden. Okay, 5/4 legendary creature, human knight. She costs 2 colorless, a blue, red, and a white. And yes, so this is the commander edition of this. And you do get a cardboard version of the commander, as well as an actual card of her. So I love how they do that. I think all commander decks should have that, and it's really cool. Now, another added bonus to this, before we go deeper into the commander decks, is in the Jumpstart boosters that I did 2. I pulled everything that I pulled today I needed. So let me share that. We'll go into the collector booster, and then we'll get into the commander deck. Now, there is the base set, the commander deck set that you can play and collect and whatnot and all that fun stuff. So this is courtesy of Oblivion Games here in Tampa Bay. So this is the Jumpstart pack that I'm just going to run through here. Horses of Bruinen. Council's Deliberation. Beautiful, beautiful art set there. Riddle Watcher. Pelargir Survivor. Captain of Umbar. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. He's actually a very uncommon. There's more uncommons than actual commons that we've come to realize. And then obviously it's a Jumpstart pack. So you have your lands, and then we have 2 foil lands. The rare is Elvish Mariner. Now it's awesome because I'm working on building an elf deck of white, green, and blue. And the actual commander is going to be Galil. Oh darn it, I messed it up. Galia, Bringer of Hope, or something of hope. Then we also have Born Upon a Wind. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash, and draw a card. So I believe I have this. I do have this, right? And then they throw in the, there was another common. But the good part about getting these Jumpstart Volume 1 packs is what I had in here. Brandywine Farmer. Mirror Guardian. Dunedain Rangers. Quick Beam. Ents Fury. Gift of Strands. I have a foil of this. I had a couple copies of that. Bombadil's Song, which is actually a decent uncommon. Revive the Shire. And then our cool little... Actually, I think I needed this forest land too. So, yeah, this forest land is what I needed for the pull. And then obviously the forest, because they're Jumpstart packs. 2 foil forests. But the good part about it is I pulled an Eleanor Gardner. Okay. So this is exclusive to Jumpstart. This is the second pack I did of Jumpstart Volume 1. And I've done about 4 of Jumpstart Volume 2. So I've had a really good payoff. I think there's maybe one other Jumpstart card that I need exclusive from Jumpstarts. So I've done the starter kit. I need to put out the booster box that I undid. And then we have 2 other commander decks to do, as well as the scene sets. So anyway, Eleanor Gardner, legendary creature, halfling scout. It's really good because when she enters the battlefield, you create a food token. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a food this turn, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that land card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Pretty good. She's a 2/4. Cost 4, a bit on the higher side, but I think worth it. And then Delighted Halfling. Boom. This is the money card for today, was Delighted Halfling. I'm not going to disclose prices on the channel too much. Sometimes I will. But that's not the point. The point for me is to enjoy collecting a set and sharing it with everybody. But this card does really well. So you get to add anything. Any type of mana. That's what that first says. Delighted Halfling. Forest to cast. Creature. She's a 1/2. Halfling citizen. And then also you can add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana to cast a legendary spell. And that spell can't be countered. So we have that complete. A Mirkwood. And then obviously some other stuff like that. So that was really key in the jump starts, is that I pulled 3 cards that I needed for the collection. So booyah. Now to the collector booster sample pack. These I needed as well. So once again, I popped these earlier. I got excited. Anytime I get something, I have to pop it at the place. At least one thing. I think that's fair because, hey, I keep it 100, okay? I'm going to keep it 100. So, I've got a Faramir Prince of Ilthalin and a foil Gandalf Friend of the Shire. I needed both of these. I needed all 5 of these. And there's some in the commander deck that we're going to go through that I need to get still. So, there's that too. But yeah. So, these are the 5 key ones that we needed. Sleeve those later. Put them near our rares over here. Let me clean up a little bit. Then we'll open up the commander deck. Riders of Rohan. Yes. Yeah, I've done a lot of sorting and whatnot. Now, after this, I still need to get the Hosts of Mordor and Food and Fellowship. I'm saving the 2 good ones for last. I did have 2 Orcish Bowmasters that I kept one for the set, and the other one I did get credit for, hence why I got this today, and all that jazz. So that paid off pretty good. All right, let's dive into the commander deck. Okay, once again, we're doing this video here in 2025. Some of y'all are probably getting familiar with me mentioning that because I want it to be known that this is still carrying over into this year from 2024 when they were first released in 2023. All right, so you have your tokens and they give you a life counter. These are basically, like foil holographic, which is really nice. But like I said, I cracked it already. So we have this, and then you have a nice life counter that they give you. If you're new, you get a life counter. Commander life counter, and Commander, it's at 40 health, right? So anywho, let's crack open the Lord of the Rings Commander deck. Now, with the style of play for Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth with Magic the Gathering is they release certain rules here. So the ring can tempt you even if you don't control a creature. The ring gains its abilities in order from the top to bottom. Once it gains an ability, it has that ability for the rest of the game. Each time the ring tempts you, you must choose a creature if you control one, and each player can have only one emblem named the ring and only one ring bearer at a time. So they added some cool features to it, which I was really impressed with. And I'd love to play that. Yeah, I also found some nice pre-releases, which was awesome. So shout out to Darkside and also to Armada Games for their help as well. So here's the foil. The foils are there, but the heavy cardstock cardboard version of Eowyn Shield Maiden is right there. And here we go. Let me get my sleeves ready. Try to sleeve as I go, the good ones. So, yep, she's basically your commander, which is sick. And you have first strike at the beginning of combat on your turn. If another human entered the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 2/2 red human knight creature token with trample and haste. Then if you control 6 or more humans, draw a card. She's a 5/4. So, pretty dope card, if I must say. Mythic number 1. And really, one of my favorite colorless is this one right here. Is Aragorn, King of Gondor. I think it's a great illustration. And it's a good card. 4/4 for a human noble. Vigilance, lifelink. When Aragorn, King of Gondor, enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Basically, you win the game with this. Whenever Aragorn attacks, up to one target creature can't block this turn. And if you're the monarch, creatures can't block this turn. So basically, like, your attacking is solid. Fantastic. Mythic card number 5. All right, so I'm gonna go through. Let's see. We probably the white, blue, colorless. Let's do the colorless first. Oh, Crown of Gondor in the artifacts. Yes. A lot of first-time cards in this. So this is clutch for the collection set. I'm really excited about that. All right, so here we have Baragon of the God, Champions of Minas Tirith, Gilrin, Dunedain Protector, Grey Host Reinforcements, Lossernach Captain, Archivist of Gondor, Denethor Stoneseer, Bet, Felty of the Realm, Call for Aid, Gimli of the Glittering Caves, hell yeah, Dwarf Warrior, legendary creature, Boromir, Gondor's Hope, Yammer, King of Rohan, Faramir, Steward of Gondor, Fourth Yorlingus, Oath of Yorl, interesting, Enchantment Saga, and Riders of Rohan, bit costly, enter the battlefield, create 2 red human night creature on haste. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Taunt from the Rampart. Let me get the lighting here, because I guess the lighting I did isn't bright enough, so I'll do it there. Look at that. Crown of Gondor. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. When a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, if there is no monarch, you become the monarch. Ooh-wee. Because you have the crown, I guess. Equip 4. The ability costs 3 less to activate if you're the monarch. That's pretty sick. And we're going to do these white cards next. Alright, so Bastion Protector. I don't know flip these, but I just did, so. Dearly Departed. Frontline Medic. Increasing Devotion. Nice. Martial Anthem. It's awesome. Selfless Squire. Unbreakable Formation. Verge Ranges. Visions of Glory. Weathered Wayfarer. Now for some red cards. Combat Celebrant. Court of Ire. Irie, maybe Irie. Earthquake. Flame Rush Rider. Frontier Warmonger. Harsh Mentor. Shared Animosity. And Zealous Conscriptions. Next we have some colorless and the artifacts, and then I'll pick up the rest of the stack. This will go a little quicker. Supreme Verdict. This spell can't be countered. Destroy all creatures. Oh, snap. Nice. And Doors of Destinies. Vanquisher's Banner. Some really cool artifacts in this. This is a really good deck. I heard this is one of the better ones to play, and I see why as we go through this. Battlefield Forge. Clifftop Retreat. Exotic Orchard. We have copies of that. I can use that now in my other decks. Fury Calm Snarl. Yo, that artwork is stunning. Glacial Fortress. Port Town. I love these land cards. Prairie Stream. Sulphur Falls. Throne of the High City. Wing Brisk Heights. Lost to Legend. We have that. So let's maybe set that there. Erkenbrand, Lord of the Westfold. Banishing Light. Fiend Hunter. Palace Jailer. Path to Exile. Oh my god, I was tripping for a second because of like Path of Exile 2. I'm streaming on Twitch right now. But anywho, I have a monk build. It's almost a level 52. Look at that. Path to Exile. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. That. Sunset Revelry. Sword of Plowshares. Interesting. Village Bell Ringer. Prince Imrahil the Fair. Yep, we're aware of Prince Imrahil. Yep. Humble Defector. I think we might have that, but I'll just put it in here. We definitely have Theoden, King of Rohan. Arcane Signet. We do have that. Commander's Sphere. We do have that. Heirloom Blade. We don't have that. That's a sick card. 3. Equipped creature gets 3+1. Whenever equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Equip 1. Herald's Soul Ring. Talisman of Conviction. Sick. Card number 285. Talisman of Progress. Thought Vessel. Wayfarer's Bauble. Commander deck version, of course. Command Tower. Evolving Wilds. We definitely have that. Field of Ruin. We don't have that. Path of Ancestry. Rogue's Passage. Sweet. Love the lighting there. Secluded Courtyard. Oh, I didn't read the booklet. I was going to read this booklet before I did all this. We'll do it at the end. Terramorphic Expanse. Tranquil Cove. Wing-Scared Crag. Scarred, I should say. Alright, now the lands. Yep. Plains, islands, mountains. Tokens. The Night Treasure. Yep. There it is. So that's pretty much the deck. This here is a nice little booklet to get you updated, probably on the rules and stuff, and to talk about the command deck. So let's see here. Yep, Aowen Shield Maiden now with Commander. Start the game with 40 life. Your commander starts the game in the command zone. You can cast your commander from the command zone. The commander tax makes it cost 2 more for each time you've previously cast it from the command zone. Your commander would be put into your hand or library from anywhere. You may choose to put it into the command zone instead. If your commander would be put into the graveyard or exile, it goes there as normal. The next time state-based actions are performed, if your commander is still in that zone, you may choose to put it into the command zone. If your commander deals 21 damage or more combat damage to any one player throughout the game, that player loses. Yeah, and then they probably get into like some stuff about Aragorn and Éowyn. Yes. Fantastic. And then the colors here: white, order; blue, knowledge; black, power; red, emotion; green, nature. So that concludes it. A lot of the commander cards were definitely the big ones we obtained today from our collector sample booster pack. We did get the Faramir, Prince of Ithilien, and the Gandalf, Friend of the Shire foil, which we needed. All of these we needed for the collection, which paid off with the collector and Jumpstart packs, and then obviously with the commander cards. Once again, Riders of Rohan, the commander really, well, is Éowyn, but I mean, then they threw that in. So, but yeah, Éowyn's the commander. There's the card stock, and then your other 2 mythic cards included. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate it. Take care. Best you are wherever you are in the world. And once again, I'm Omega, and we'll be back for some more Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, Universes Beyond. Thanks. Later.